Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to part 4. Okay, so I asked you to crochet these 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. No, now we're at this part right here. So we're going to crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bobble stitches. To do that, what we do is, I believe this is row 16. So you crochet 1, 2, 3 double crochets, so between 2 chain or 1 chain. Okay, so I'm going to start right away. Don't want to lose time. Okay, here we go. So I did do my going to the next row, so I did do slip stitch, and this is the same as we've been doing. Okay, let me get this clear. Okay, so 1, 2, going to chain 1, chain 1. So we have 3 double crochets. Now we're going to start doing the bobble stitches, which is again 5. So I have 1 chain between. It's going to be a little bit squeezed, but that's okay. We can do this. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come back and then make your double crochet. Okay, again, so you just continue making 5 double crochets, 3, 4, 5, so we did the second bobble stitch, and we're going to continue with the third. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go back. You will get the hang of it. It's just the beginning. It's a little different than what we usually do for the bobble stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, so we did total of 4. Now we're going to do our last one. 2, and this is the 5th one. Okay, chain 1. So we're going to make total of 4 double crochets. There's chain 2 here, so I will do what I see. It's just that we don't want it that tight, right? Sometimes, again, chain 2. Okay, again, chain 2. Okay, looks like I did chain 2. And then we make a bobble stitch on top again. It's the same that we've been doing until we stop doing a couple of 1, 2, 3 rows later. We stop making this on top each other. So right into that middle right here. Two, three, four, five. Okay, if you notice, it's all symmetric. Let me just finish this. So we did 1, 2. So we did this part, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So it's all symmetric. What we do is what we do on the other side. If you look at it, it's the same. So on the other four sides, we do the same thing over and over. So yeah, so I'm not going to go over just to show you the bobble stitches. It's the same way that we do on this side. It's a little bit time consuming, and I don't want these videos to become longer than it is. Okay, so we're almost, I think, half. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're on the half of the motif. So 15 more rows. That means, I don't know, 3 more parts. Hopefully not. But it's the same thing that we have just done. Okay, 3. And I'm looking on the previous row, so I'm doing the same chain. Okay, this is 1 chain. Okay, so here we're going to do the bobble stitches. So I'm just counting 2, 4. 2, 4 is here. So it's the same thing. Okay. And then you just continue crocheting. That's all you do. So I will let you finish this part and then repeat this on the other 3 sides as we just did here. And let me just show you, because I'm working on a different motif at the same time. So when you crochet this like this, you finish this row, and then I will meet you on the next row, which the bobble stitches are going to become more here. 1 on the side and 1 on the side. So we had 5 in the middle, so we're going to make 7 for this row. That's all we're going to do. Okay, and the next row is a little bit different. So what I'll do is I will let you crochet. I will come and show you to do this part, just this part, and I will later on come and show you how to do this part. So this part right here. Okay, so I'll finish this row and I'll be right back. So do the 4 sides like this, 5 bobble stitches. Okay, and I will be right back. Okay, just another thing, if you notice, see here I have only 2. I'm supposed to have 3 right here. So if this happens, what you can do is, see there's 2 here, right? It looks like what I did is I checked back and I messed up here, so I got rid of 1 box instead of making 2 boxes. What you can do is you can make a double crochet on top of here to make that 1 that we messed up here, because I need that extra double crochet. It does happen. Let me just show it to you one more time. So what I did is, while I was crocheting, I messed up here. See, can you see there's a huge, and I don't want to rip these 2 rows all the way around. There's lots of bobble stitches. So that's no problem. It happens. We're all human beings, right? So what I did is, here, can you see, I forgot to make my double crochet here, which I'm supposed to, and I messed it up, so I got rid of 1 box on this row here. I must have been watching a movie. I don't know. Last night, it was late. Last night I was up till. So I got rid of one box here. So instead of ripping these 2 rows, what you can do is you can just make an, because the one box is missing from here, right? Yeah. Or what I could have done is I could have made a box here, but that's going to be too obviously, so I don't want that. It's really hard because I had a really hard time figuring out where I messed it up. I went back down and I couldn't see it, and finally I saw it here. Now I'm showing to you, you can see it, but it was really hard for me to find it. So what I did is I just made one extra double crochet here. So we usually don't make double crochets on top of here. We just jump to the 3 chain, but here I had to make that extra, so I did that. So you can make this as well. Just be cautious not to make any mistakes, but we're all human beings, and you don't want to rip everything, right? That's another thing. It's a little bit tough to rip it and then start all over. So 2 rows is a lot. It was just a little bit, couple of, you know, in the same row I would have ripped it. But no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, just wanted to show you my error, and always count. So 4 here, and then you start making your double crochets. Okay, so I will meet you starting the next row. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished row 16. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're going to start row 17, and I believe there were 15 more rows, so think about it, just to give you an idea. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, it's really hard to fit into my screen. It doesn't even fit. See, it's getting bigger and bigger. Depends on the yarn that you are using. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into it. So I already did start my new row. And then we're going to make bobble stitches, 1 extra here and 1 extra here. And when you come here, we're going to continue crocheting on top of this bobble stitch, and you can repeat the rest. That's all we're going to do for this row. It's nothing different. So just add this extra bobble stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's taking me more time to crochet around because of the lots of bobble stitches. Okay, and then I just continue making bobble stitches. So I'm not going to show you, as you already know. I've been doing this at the beginning of the tutorial. You make another extra one here, and then you continue crocheting. So finish this row, and I will meet you on the next row, including don't forget to add bobble stitches on the front and on the end. So you will have total of 7 bobble stitches on each part here. Okay, so I will meet you a bit later. I know you guys are lucky on YouTube, or else it's really time consuming to do all these crochets. Yeah, it's a YouTube thing. Okay, I'll be right back. I did receive a comment, can I use Premier cotton yarn? You can use any yarn. It doesn't have to be even cotton. It's just that because this is going to be a bedspread, a small bedspread, it's edge bedspread, or whichever it's going to turn out depending on the yarn I have. You can make anything with any yarn that you want. It's just that I'm highly recommending the yarn that you have in your stash. Use it up. Yeah, I know you guys have lots of yarn in your stash. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just finished row 17, and I started on row 18. Yeah, it doesn't fit my screen here. just pull this down. You will notice that it will become like a ruffly because of the lots of bobble stitches, but that's okay. We're controlling by chaining 2, chaining 1, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to start right away. So for this row, what we're going to do is, so we're going to come all the way here and we're going to make 1 bobble stitch right there. Two, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, so we're going to make another bobble stitch right on top of here. So we're making 2 bobble stitches, 1 here and 1 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here we're going to make boxes, fillets, whichever you like to call it. So I'm going to chain 2 because of the bobble stitch, and here I'm going to chain 1. Here I'm going to chain 2. And then we make our double crochets on top of the double crochet, so don't forget that. You will notice that it will become tight because of that 1 chain. So here I'm going to chain 2. Okay, and then just double check and you will see that it's still tight. So I will make another chain 2 and then come, and it looks like I forgot to make a double crochet. This happens a lot because you're knitting so fast, you're crocheting so fast, you're watching a TV. So what I'll do is I'll just make 1 here. Yeah, my double crochet. Okay, and then here I'm going to chain 1 and see. So this is perfect. So I'm going to chain 1 and here I'm going to make a double crochet. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make a popcorn stitch right there. So you will notice you have 2 here. 1 is outside, 1 is on top of the popcorn stitch, and this one is going to be outside, just like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. So we're done this part, and we're going to repeat this all the way around. By around means, so what, you come here and you make your popcorn stitch on top of here, and then what you do is you come here and then you make this, right, what we made here, so it's symmetric, right? So we make a popcorn stitch here, and then you continue making your fillets, and then you make a popcorn stitch on top of here, and then you make a popcorn stitch here. See, I hate this yarn, strands. And then you continue crocheting. So this is how it's going to look like, just like this. So I have 1 chain. This row will go a little bit fast because there's not many popcorn stitches. So I will meet you on row 19, which row 19 is going to be the same. Yeah, but I will come and meet you at row 19 because I don't want you to get confused. And we'll go from there. I just wanted to show you how to come here. If you get confused, it's just like folding this in half, and this is what you're going to be making. See what I mean? Symmetric popcorn stitch, and then the fillets, the double crochets, and the chain. 4. So I'm following what I see below. Okay, we'll make a popcorn stitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to let you crochet and finish, finish row 18. So I will chain 2. So just control, chain 1. This is what I mean, and hold it. If it's tight, yeah, it's a little bit tight, so we need to fix that by chaining 2. That's how you control it, and you look at it, and you look at it, and you see, oh, it's a little bit still tight, so chain 2. Don't skip any double crochets, and it looks nice, so chain 1. But on the next one, you need to chain 2. That's how you control it. See, like this, so it's not tight, it looks perfect. So here, this is what we make a popcorn stitch, bobble stitch. Popcorn. I don't know what this is called. Maybe it's called a popcorn, a bobble, whichever you like to call it. Popcorn stitch. I think that's what it's called, right? So I will let you continue finishing this row, and I will meet you on the next row. I just finished row 18 and I started row 19, and this is how it looks like so far. Okay, so for this row, for row 19, we're going to repeat what we did on row 18, which is make 2, one on the side and one on the top, and then you continue crocheting and you make 1 here. Okay, and try to have 2 boxes. Well, when you finish this one here, you're going to have 2 boxes. So on the row 20, we're going to make bobble or popcorn stitches, whichever you like to call this. Popcorn stitch, yeah, I think that's what it's called, not bobble. I should change the title of the video. So we're going to make popcorn stitches here, and then again, so we're going to make total of 1 on row 20, row 1. On row 20, we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 4, 5 popcorn stitches, and here we're going to make 3 in the middle. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just show you, and I will let you go, and I will meet you on part 5. So here I make 1 popcorn stitch, so 5 double crochets, 3, 4. Sometimes I have to check the camera if it's focusing or if it's blurry. Yeah. Okay, and then come back here. If you're new and you're just joining, I would highly recommend you to watch it from part 1 because I explain everything. And here I'm going to make a popcorn stitch right on top. Don't forget to make the double crochet on top of the double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to chain 2 and then make it on top of the double crochet. I'm just looking on the previous row, so I have 2 chain. And always hold it. If it's tight, you can control it. If it's tight, you can increase the chain. If it's loose, you can decrease the chain. There's 1 chain here, 2, 2, okay, here I'm going to chain 2 because it's a big gap there. I'm jumping from 1. And hold it and see if it's tight. It's perfect. It's not loose. Okay, here I'm going to make a popcorn stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this is how it looks like here. So we're going to repeat this all the way around, but when you are making the other side of this, don't forget you have to make the popcorn here and then continue making fillets, and here you make the 2. Well, on the bottom you will see that you made 2, so automatically you make 1 here and then you make 1 on the next fillet. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1, chain 1 here, and then make the popcorn stitch on top of the popcorn stitch, just to show you. So after this popcorn, we're going to make another popcorn on top, row 20, and that would be it for that. And after that, we do stop making popcorns on top. So it gives you this nice branch here, stick. And the trick is to make it right in the middle, right there, right in the middle. You can see, poke your crochet hook, and then you make 5 double crochets there. Okay, I hate this yarn, like really, how, because it's 100% cotton. I have a feeling it might be recycled, because usually recycled cotton yarns are like this. I don't know. I paid for 100% good quality cotton. Okay, 3, 4. It might be good for small projects, but not like this to work with. Okay, so 5. Okay, again, I'm complaining about the yarn. I do apologize, but that's us, right? Being a yarn hoarder. Okay, so I finish this and I continue. So I have 2 chain here. I'm just going to do a little bit of 1 chain and then 1 chain and then make my bulb. Okay, so this is all to it. So let me just put it here just to show you, and I will show you the finished motif. this doesn't fit, but just to give you an idea, we're halfway and it's going perfect. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial. I'm trying to make it as cheerful as I can. Let me just put the other finished motif. Oh boy, this was really hard to put because it keeps on pulling down and it's heavy, cotton being heavy, right? Okay, so here it looks, here it is. So we're right here, we're making this row, okay? Just wanted to show you. So on the row 20, I'm going to ask you to repeat this on top of the same. And on row 20, what you do is you do 2 double crochet, and then you make 1, 2, 3 popcorn stitches. Okay, and then you make two fillets, double crochet, 2 chain or 1 chain double crochet, and then you make here, you jump right here, and then you make, you know what, I said it wrong because I was looking at the picture, and because in the picture this is tight. So here we're done on row 19, we're done making the this on top of each other. So row 20, we're going to make 2 here and then 2 here. Okay, so I will meet you on row 20, just to give you head up if I'm late doing this tutorial, because my fingers are a little bit hurting me, because I've been working on this for this it's been so many hours, 6 hours I think I've been crocheting, and my fingers hurt me a bit, so I'm just gonna take my time. If I don't post this one after another, you can start crocheting and I will meet you back. You can screenshot this, but I did take a picture, but in the picture it looks like this part was all bobble, but it isn't. Okay, just to be cautious. There's chain between, and there's 2 chain I put. So make 2 popcorn stitches on top, and then continue on. So I'm just gonna relax because I'm a bit tired, because I'm working with two of these at the same time. I started one before and I kept and I got caught up with the other one, and this is the first cone that I started. So think about it, over 2 pounds, and I used up lots of yarn. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm sure that by now you have subscribed, because this tutorial is for everyone. You guys take care. I'll see you on part 5. Bye bye.